Hi, I'm Lise, and today I'm here with Teresa Byerstein, the owner of the Sir Gennaro store, and we are celebrating the harvest today here on Reed Island. So what are we going to make now?
Well, what we're going to make, Lise, is we've got these lovely oysters that are from Ritchie's Oyster Lease.
Yep, Dave Ritchie.
Dave Ritchie, that's right. And as you notice that these oysters are quite a bit
Cuppier.
Cuppish, more cuppish than the other ones that are quite flat. So this is great for this recipe that we're doing because it needs to hold the ingredients in it. So that's when we're going to sprinkle some Monterey Jack cheese on it, and we're going to add some jalapeno peppers. And the first time I had it, I ate 12 of them in a row. It was so good.
They're that good.
They're
Yum.
that good.
Yeah.
That's right.
Right. Yeah, and these are cuppy because they're grown on a tray in the ocean, and that's why they have more shape.
That's right.
Yeah.
So if you want, I can just go ahead and prepare these for you.
Right. And what I'm going to do is chop up a little bit of pickled jalapeno peppers.
Perfect.
Also,
Also,
look at the colors. That's pretty.
oh,
neat.
they are. That's another thing about oysters that are done on strings, right?
Well, usually they use those for shuckers. That goes to the shucker market. So it's in the trays that the oysters are cuppy, that grow cuppy like that.
That's right, because I've also noticed that oysters that are grown in the trays are much more fluted, and they have this beautiful color blue than the other oysters that are on the beach. They're generally more of a dull white color.
Right, they're quite frilly.
Yeah, I can see why they're so sought after with the restaurant trade. Okay, so you got some lovely ones there.
Okay, I'll just start putting the cheese. So what I'm doing is I have some grated mozzarella, not mozzarella, sorry, grated Monterey Jack, and I'm going to put that in there with a little bit of jalapeno pepper, and we'll just line them up and get them ready to take to the barbecue.
So did we tell people that we're actually at Sir Gennaro's here?
I think we did. Yes. Yeah, it's you know, the seasons are changing. We're getting a bit of a chill in the air at night now, and you know, starting to think about bringing in the rest of the garden, the final harvest, and so we're going to do a few fall dishes.
And oysters are great because you can pretty well eat them all of the months of the year. In fact, it's quite funny because when I was a little girl, I was brought up on Quadra, and we were always told never to eat any oysters or shellfish unless the month had an R in it.
Right.
So now with technology changing, we don't have to do that. But that really sort of saved our family anyways. Don't know about the other families.
Well, also the we do still get red tides, but you know, they're always posted, and that's the only time that you don't want to be eating the shellfish. But right now, it's good.
Also, you can really notice when you are on a beach with oysters, and if you shuck them on the beach and you open them up, they either have this wonderful ocean smell to them, or it smells a little bit off. If it smells off,
never
leave it on the beach.
Yeah, never eat something
never
that
eat
doesn't
it.
smell
That's
right. Yeah.
It's really quite easy to tell.
Well, these are looking great.
They sure are. Isn't it great living by the ocean? You can just chuck those shells right
over, back in. Yeah, that's very good.
Yeah.
Oh,
no, here they are. They're doing pretty good. This is looking really beautiful, Lise.
Yeah, I think so. Right, and so we've got our barbecue preheating, and we're just going to take them over there and put them in.
So how many did you want me to do at a time? Like how many do you think that the barbecue would hold?
Probably a few more.
Okay.
That looks good.
Yep.
Okay.
Sometimes you get a little bit of sand in them, so just take a piece of paper towel and wipe them out.
Yeah. You don't want that shell in your mouth, but oops,
no.
sorry.
You just kind of figure that you're a little bit camping here, so you just do the best you can.
And you could do this dish camping, actually. It would be great. Eh?
Oh, you can. There's lots of different recipes you can do. Now, if you do oysters in a fire pit, you do have to be careful because if you put them right on the coals, you have a large chance of them exploding, and then the shells are going to disperse in the air just like this. So you have to be really careful. So you might want to put it on a grate, but once they've opened, you can add anything you want to it. Butter, garlic, wine.
Mm-hmm. Let's take these over to the barbecue now.
Oh, that sounds great, Lisa. I can hardly wait because I'm getting hungry.
Okay, so I'm gonna just get these on the barbecue now. Here we go. And again, this could be a campfire grill. All we're doing right now is melting the cheese because they are pre-cooked. So on they go. And it should take about, 5 minutes till they're ready. And again, the deep cup really helps in holding all the cheese and jalapenos, and it just makes it so pretty. All right. Running out of room. There we go. So we'll just close this up. And cook them for about 5 minutes. Okay, these look ready. Nice and bubbly. So you want to pass me some?
You bet.
Okay.
Zoop, one.
Okay.
And they are, look at them bubble.
Oh,
There's lots
yeah.
of juices. You still got the oyster juices there.
Right, which if you let go long enough will turn into that dark oyster sauce. It's so
That's right.
Yeah.
And notice that these scalloped shells, or because they are so cupped,
Yeah.
they really do keep the cheese and the peppers
Look
in
at
here
that.
quite wonderfully. See?
Beautiful.
Ha!
Yeah.
And they're not even hot.
No. Ha ha.
touch.
Ah, no, not at all.
Okay, and your barbecue is basically clean. Wouldn't this be great after a day of kayaking? You don't even have to have any spoons or forks. All you do is you just lift it out and pop it in your mouth. So good.
Okay, I'm here now with Don McGuffey, and you just came in on your boat, the Laugh-Too.
Yeah.
And what'd you bring with us?
I
for us?
brought some pink eggs from Fraser River Pinks
Yeah.
and some swimming scallops that I fish.
They look great. Yeah. And how long have you been doing scallops for?
About 8 months. Last Christmas I basically really got into it.
Right. It's a new fishery.
Yeah, it's basically a new fishery to the troll industry. It's been around for quite a while, but all the science had to be done on it. And,
Right.
and now it is all approved by fisheries. So.
Great.
Yeah.
That's nice. And do you have any favorite recipes that you do with scallops?
Well, the scallops, I like them because it's so easy to cook them. You just have to steam them and they're ready to eat.
Yeah.
And when it comes to me doing cooking, it's got to be simple and fast.
Right. Yeah. You're batching it, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna do some things with scallops now.
You bet. These are the scallops that Don McGuffey brought us. Now, if you'll notice, I've got 2 scallops here, Lise.
Right. They're really different colors. What's
They-
with that?
Well, the red one is a girl, a female,
Ah,
and this one here is a male, and it's got more white opaque, right?
I see. Is this the eggs in here then?
No, this is the
Yes,
red
that's the
part
eggs.
is the eggs,
Yeah.
that's right. But the really neat thing about it is these guys got at least 100 eyes.
Wow.
And there's little black dots all around the edge here, and those are the actual eyes of the scallops.
Oh, that's really neat.
Yes, and if you get me a scallop, I'll show you how they swim in the water.
Okay. There you go.
Just like that. Pretty cool, eh?
Yeah, that's totally neat. It's almost like a flapping of wings, like a butterfly.
That's right.
Yeah.
Or Spanish calypsos for music.
Oh, there you go.
Works, eh?
Yeah,
So this is the scallops, the boy
Nice.
and the girl.
beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna just take some garlic butter over and start barbecuing and steaming them.
That sounds great.
Okay. So we've got a few on, just right on the grill, And they're just about done. We're gonna melt some butter here and put some in the water. Yo. Okay. There we go. Now that doesn't take too long to steam. If they're frozen, they take a little bit longer. It's 2 minutes for 2 minutes for fresh, and 4 minutes for frozen scallops. Oh my God, that's hot. Okay, let's go back to ceviche.
Now, Dawn also mentioned something, and that is that if you do buy the scallops frozen, utilize them in their frozen state rather than thawing them first.
Right, that's right.
Now, what I'm going to show you is how to clean them. They're a
Okay.
little bit messy. Just kind of pop out like this, and then you find the mussel and just kind of go around with your thumbnail. It's a little bit gushy, but that's just the way it is in nature.
And there's such a difference between the mussel and the rest of the scallop that it's quite easy to define the differences.
That's right. Now
So-
here, I know it looks a little interesting, but this is what you can use to chop up to have chowder. Waste
Oh,
not, want not.
Right, so you make a nice flavored broth,
Oh,
and the bits
beautiful.
would be nice in the soup.
You bet. There's no reason to waste
Nope.
just about any part of seafood, shellfish. There's no need to be
Right.
wasteful.
And it always makes a good bouillon soup.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
you bet.
Okay.
So I'm just going to get this little female one here, and there's a good
Nice.
idea of the roe, and you know, it might even be really good on sushi.
Oh, who
It
knows?
sure looks pretty.
Mhm.
So we're just going to take this off and peel it as gently as possible, and there it comes. A little bit yellowish, but that's okay.
Mhm.
So
Right.
I'm just going to gather up these guys and put them there like that, and grab some paper towel for my hands here.
Okay. Now I'm going to assemble this ceviche over here, which is cod, because it needed to cook for 3 hours, and because Dawn just freshly brought us those scallops, we didn't have them ahead of time. So you're going to prepare the scallop, and I'm putting this together. What do I do?
That's right. What you there is actually it has cooked in a way. It's cooked in
Right.
lime juice.
Right.
Hasn't cooked with any heat.
No.
So what you're going to do is you're going to add a 1/4 cup of chopped red onion
Okay.
and a 1/4 cup of chopped red pepper, and I'm going to.
And some olive oil.
That's right.
Okay.
I'm going to chop that up here.
Okay. Nice.
Okay, and I'm just going to put that off to the side because I just remembered that. Okay, this is a lime. Now, I've discovered myself that if you want a really fine product, use fresh.
Right.
There is a bit of a difference in taste with bottled citrus juices as opposed to fresh citrus juices. Unfortunately, I should have bought more limes, so I have to use one fresh and the rest lime for the scallop.
But
Yeah.
again, if you're out kayaking around or camping, again, it's just
We do improvise. You
we
bet.
improvise. That's right.
Okay, so I'm just squishing this, and I always like to take my knife and kind of get some of these guys because I always think that it really adds to it.
The flavor.
I like the pulp. Yeah. So I'll just put that down there.
Okay.
And you know what I'm missing?
What are you missing?
I'm missing a measuring cup,
Okay.
but maybe I can just guess.
Okay.
Okay, so now we have some lime juice. Open up the bottle. And I would say that this bottle is probably 1 cup.
It says on it how many fluid ounces.
235 mils.
Mm.
Wellies?
Mm.
Is that a cup? Okay, so
a little
now
more.
what I've got here is I've got these, and I'm just going to chop them up.
All right.
And
And this ready?
it is. It
Okay.
is. I just have to add some parsley to that.
Oh yeah, that would. Be
Yeah.
cool. But
So
we'll
I'm
just wait
gonna.
until you've done
That's
this.
right. Just gonna chop these guys up. Chop, 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 chop. Always make sure you don't get your fingers in them, and they go directly into the lime juice because what the lime juice does is it cooks it.
Right. This acid.
This,
Yeah.
yeah, the acid does, and it gives you an incredible flavor.
So fresh too.
It is.
It
It's just
also
wonderful.
sort of like changes the texture like cooking does.
It
Makes
does.
a little bit.
Just like it's been steamed or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it's a
Firmer.
wonderful way of cooking.
Yeah.
I guess they do this a lot down in the Polynesian islands and so forth like that. Use a lot of citrus
Yeah.
for their food preparation.
Right.
Okay, so we just have a few more scallops
Should I be
here.
cutting these? No, I don't have a knife.
I don't have a knife.
Okay.
And you could probably stir your
Keep stirring.
scallops, yeah, just
okay.
so that all the flavors mingle together
Mix,
and
okay.
mix well. Now that what you have there has already sat for about 3 hours,
Yeah.
and that's enough time for it to get into the cod because I chopped the cod up
Yes,
in
you can-
pieces where it can absorb it.
You can see it's changed color. It's gone from green to white.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got these. Okay, now this here is the scallops in the lime juice, and it has to sit for 3 hours. And then that's when you add your green pepper and your onions and your olive oil and parsley. And at least that's what we forgot. Did you add the, oh you did add the olive oil.
I did.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, let's get the scallops off the barbecue now. So here's the ones that we put just directly on the grill, and they look really
Oh, they look
tasty.
beautiful, Lise.
And probably a little bit smoky flavor too, I bet.
I
Oh,
bet. No, they look wonderful.
Yeah.
Now, how many minutes did you have them on the barbecue for?
Yeah, that was about 5 minutes,
Okay.
6 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, and we'll put the butter.
Okay, I'm out of your way.
Okay, good. That stuff coming through.
Perfect. Okay.
And we'll get some of the steamed ones too.
So what I'll do, Lisa, is I'll just trade your plates here, and
Okay.
you've got that black plate.
Good.
Hey, beautiful.
Yeah. And the broth that's left in here is excellent for soup. Again, you could do a lovely clam chowder with that, or scallop chowder. Scallop chowder, I guess, eh?
You bet, especially with the pieces that we saved from the ceviche.
Right. Yes, you could just add those
Yep.
in. Perfect.
Well, it sure looks good, Lisa.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's try some.
Okay. Well, I'm going to open up one of these guys and
barbecue
look
one.
at that.
Yeah.
Nice
lovely.
and uniform. Comes out really easy.
Mhm.
Dip it in the butter.
Watch out.
Now we like butter.
We do.
We don't
Mm.
use margarine.
Mm-mm. Okay, and a steamed one.
Mm.
Yeah, that's quite good. Nice.
It is.
Very nice flavor.
Thank you, Dawn.
Mm. Yeah, quick and simple. Okay, so we're gonna just finish up our cod ceviche now. And I'm gonna add some parsley and some chopped jalapeno peppers. What are you gonna do?
I'm going to peel some garlic here, and then I'm going to put it in the garlic press, and we're going to add some garlic.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'll liven it up a bit.
that'll liven it up. That's
Mhm.
right.
Great.
Well, we all know what good fresh garlic does to our bodies, so I'm just going to put them in here,
Oh, and
and look at the color of that. And we're going to squeeze, and we're going to get some garlic juice. Maybe you can, yeah, pretty good.
Go.
I'm just going to add a couple more in there because
Okay.
can you ever have too much garlic?
No, never too much.
Okay. And another squeeze.
Okay.
Huh?
Look at that. Good.
Perfect. Some juices in there.
Yeah. So
Huh,
now
beautiful.
drain it.
That's right. Now we
Okay,
drain
now,
it.
This we won't drain over the edge into the ocean because it's got oil. So we have a nice little bucket here that we're going to do. Okay, you want to hold that?
Sure.
Okay. La la la. Let's hope it goes in the bucket.
It does. It does go into the bucket.
Mhm.
So I'll just give it a bit of a shake here.
All right.
Wow, Lise, this is pretty good.
Yeah, it looks good. All
Yeah.
right. We'll just let that drain.
Okay, drain, 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 drain. Okay, are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, so I'll just,
Put it on the plate.
maybe if you can just kind of hold it and then we won't get any on
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Got it.
the... So should I put it all on one plate, Lise,
Nope.
or put
No,
two
we'll
on?
do two.
Okay.
Now, do
Beautiful.
we want to try this?
Well, maybe we should do the other plate first.
Okay.
Perfect.
There
Hey, hey. Oh
Okay.
boy, okay.
Nice.
Nothing like missing a little bit, eh?
we go. Oh, well.
Good thing we're camping.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
Okay.
Now, where's our little scallop shells so we can do a... We're going to use the scallop shells like chopsticks because we have no cutlery.
Because we're camping.
Because we're camping, and it's just so much fun. Mmm. Mm-hmm. Well, that is tasty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Very good.
And you know what? I think
the
the
fish?
scallop shells add to the flavor.
They do, and the fish is nice and firm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's very, very good.
Delicious. Okay, now we're going to make limpet linguine. And so what we have here are the limpets that we picked, Teresa and I, yesterday,
That's right.
just off the rocks in front of our place.
Yes. And we seem to have a lot of limpets
Yeah.
there on the rocky beach there.
They're lovely. And according to your fishing license, you can pick 75 limpets. So we're okay. I think we're under that just by a few. And they're pretty easy to catch. They don't go too fast, but they are definitely, they stick. Once they know you're there, they stick really tight to the rock. So you have to kind of sneak up on them and pick them off before they get a chance to
Run.
suck right down.
What it is that they adhere to the rocks
Yeah, see, look at
like this, right? And if you apply any pressure at all to the top of the shell, they stick right down
Right
on it.
down.
So what you have to do is make sure you have some kind of a knife apparatus where you can sneak up and flip them off the rocks before they sense any pressure. They can't run fast, but they sure can stick.
Yeah. And I was using a little clamshell to pick mine off with, so that one.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to start with the sauce part of the dish. And first we need garlic
Mm-hmm.
and the egg yolks.
Yep. And what I'll do at least is I'll add some salt while I do
Sounds
that.
good.
So, you know, just maybe half a teaspoon of salt.
Okay.
And
Pepper.
I'll add some pepper.
Fresh ground is nice, but you know.
Fresh
Won't
ground.
happen.
That's right. Next time.
Okay, and there's our yolks. And you're going to do the oil while I whisk. So we're making like an emulsified sauce. It's going to be like a mayonnaise.
That's right. And you do have to whisk it quite a bit because what you need to do is you need to blend the olive oil into the egg yolk. And if it's not done in a certain manner, then it's easier for it to separate.
Yeah. So you really pour slowly. Okay, here we go. Concentrating.
And there it goes. And see, we're getting a nice yellow color. And yeah, it's going to be a wonderful sauce. It does take a little bit of time, but like all things, if it takes time, it usually turns out quite well.
Okay, that's a good workout.
Mm-hmm. They actually said to do it drop by drop, but
We're cheating.
we're cheating. So as you can see, it's getting a lighter yellow in color. And there we go. Okay, yeah, it's turning quite good.
Mm-hmm.
So it was fun getting those limpets last night, wasn't it?
Yeah, sure was. And then you can, when you cook them, you don't need to take the shell off. You don't have to get them out of the shell. You just put them like a mussel. You just do it right into the pot and leave the shell right on.
And what
So
does one
it's not
do?
much prep for
Right.
them. Yeah.
Yep. And limpets can actually probably be used on a lot of dishes that you would use clams.
Yeah.
Limpet chowder.
Sure.
And it's a great thing to know, especially when you're camping and kayaking and so forth like that. You might be stuck on a beach for a while, so
That's
it's
right.
really important to know
Yeah,
what
what
you
can
can
you
and
eat?
cannot eat.
Uh-huh.
Limpets are easy, they don't run, they just stick.
That's right. Have we got enough water?
I suppose that's what I'm
Oh,
supposed to
right,
use
the
all
whole
of it.
thing.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay.
Oh, okay.
That was-
You getting tired?
No, not at all. Oh, yeah.
But limpets, also you have to remember that they are a shellfish, so they're not something that have a long shelf life. So if you're not going to eat them right away,
Yeah.
you need to keep them cool.
Yeah.
I always recommend.
We had these in the
Keep them
fridge
right away.
overnight. And they're
That's
still-
right.
They're fine today. Okay.
Okay,
now
that
we'll-
looks beautiful.
Okay, we're gonna cook our limpets now. Here they go.
Great.
To some, we just have a bit of garlic butter left over from the scallops. So we're
Yeah.
just gonna heat those up then. Okay, let's tilt that up and show.
You bet.
How
See
that
how
is.
beautiful they look, even with the little piece of seaweed.
Yum.
But they do. They look
shows off
absolutely beautiful.
bit of
Take out the
pine
little pine needle.
Yeah. Nature.
That's right. Now limpets don't really take that long. Oh, this is the guy I was looking for.
Right.
Now
oh,
I'm
there.
not really sure if these
Whelks.
they're welts.
That's not a limpet.
That's not a limpet.
Out it goes.
Out it goes. That's right.
Okay. How long do you
Do we
think?
stir?
Yeah.
Well, I do hear it sizzling. Do you hear it sizzling? So it should probably sizzle just for a few minutes longer.
Okay. Good.
And make sure we get it nice and coated with the butter.
Yeah. Okay, maybe let them sit for a minute. Good.
Okay, so we'll
Nice
just let them sit for a minute.
Okay.
And
Start with maybe you want to heat up the linguine.
that's right. So now what I've done is I've already cooked the linguine ahead of time. And just to make everything a little bit easier. So I'm just going to add the linguine into the pot. So that it can reheat. Linguine. And there we go. See, if you do it where you add the linguine slowly to the water that's boiling,
Yeah.
then you generally can have it so that the linguine is not going to all stick together.
Right. That was our big fear, was having it stick and clumpy, so we are avoiding that.
That's right, and it worked. And after I
Yeah.
cooked it, I just added, I put it in a strainer, put a whole bunch of cold water in it to get rid of the starch, and then I put some olive oil in it. And it turned out fine. So, we'll put the lid on it. And okay, so let's look at these guys.
Yeah. What do you think?
No, I don't think they're done yet.
Not yet.
No.
Okay, well maybe we should just wait a minute.
Okay, Lise, now we have the flour.
Right.
So what I'm going
are
to do,
cooked.
yeah,
Yeah.
see they're boiling
Took
and
about
stuff like
5
that. A
minutes.
beautiful,
Here, let me
nice
just,
green
hold that
color.
up.
That's
Everyone
right.
can
Look at
see.
that wonderful green color that the
Look at
limpets
the-
give
Oh,
you.
isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
Okay, so flour goes in.
Sure, yeah, and if you can stir while we
Yeah.
do this, and then it should work.
Okay.
Because we are camping. That's right. We're camping and we run out of food, and what can we eat on the beach?
Not each other.
Not each other, that's right.
Okay.
So I'm going to add
Let's
some,
let this cook a little bit. So
you bet, yeah.
thicken it up a bit. Oh yeah, that's nice.
So you should let me know when you want me to add some water.
Okay. Yep.
Go ahead. Okay.
Ready. Looks good.
Oh, it looks great.
Yeah. Not. Whoa. Good. Yeah. And I'll stir that in, and let's just see if I need a bit more after that.
Calls for 2 cups.
We don't want that much.
We've got a lot of linguine.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Hang on. Just whisker. Oh yeah. Okay, a bit more.
Okay. Okay, let's try that. You can always add some more after.
That's right.
It is turning out to be beautiful.
Oh yeah, the color is really neat. So there's
Okay.
our light green
They are.
saucier.
Yeah. So how
Okay.
about I stir and then maybe you can add the yellow stuff.
Oh no, we got trouble. Yeah. Okay.
I know.
No,
No,
I'm
on here.
Oh,
On
we,
here.
okay.
The yellow stuff.
Oh, it goes in
Because
here.
we're almost done. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So I'll do this and you can add the yellow stuff.
Okay.
Ooh, now it's hot. Oh, look at that. Yellow and green. It's beautiful.
Mhm.
Huh. Wow, this looks like witch's butter mushrooms. It's
Oh,
such
yeah?
a
Do
pretty
they go
color. Witch's butter mushrooms, sorry to get off the topic, is a yellow glutinous mushroom
Ah.
that we'll talk about in other shows.
Yeah.
But it's,
Are we adding the
this is the color.
onion next?
I forgot the onion. Yes, the onions. Sometimes they can be sauteed with the limpets. Sometimes they can be added
Added
after for a little bit of a crunch.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Okay, this is
Okay.
beautiful. And how about the parsley?
Parsley next. Okay.
Woohoo! Look at that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice, fresh.
Oh boy, I just love the color green. This is beautiful. Huh. If you do this, Lise, and you hand me that blue bowl, I'll get the limpets. Or sorry, the linguine.
Okay, good. Yep.
And we will be,
Put it in here.
yep, sounds beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go put that down there. Take the lid off here.
Mm-hmm. And you got your
Okay.
strainer there.
I do.
Good.
Yep. Look at that, nice and hot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hopefully I'm not going to be a klutz and drop the whole thing.
No,
Okay.
that could never happen.
No. But you know what? I think I'm going to try
Put it up
to.
here.
Is that possible?
Yeah,
Just
go
because
ahead.
sometimes
Oh,
when it
that's
gets
good.
heavy, right?
Yeah, no, you don't want to drop it.
Okay.
That would be.
Ah, look at that steam coming off it because
It's hot.
we all know that Teresa loves hot food.
Oh, okay.
If it's supposed to be hot,
Gotta be real hot.
we want to eat it hot. Okay, and notice
That's
that all the linguine
That's stuff
is nice and
Okay, now I'm gonna take it
Slithery.
all over here,
okay.
and we're gonna add the sauce, and you're gonna stir some more.
You bet.
And there's our little. watch
Ooh,
your
look at
arms,
that.
You're in the way.
No, it's okay.
You are.
How? Of what?
Good. There we go.
Of you?
No.
Again.
There we go.
Okay. So look at this.
Yeah.
We mix it together.
Okay. Do you wanna dish some up?
Yeah,
Here?
you bet. Okay. Well, I just wanted to get some off the bottom here because otherwise we're going to get
Yeah.
all
Mix
the
it up
stuff.
good.
That's right.
That's good. Okay. Now how about that? Some limpets.
I know.
Okay.
Okay. Ooh, look at that. Sauce coated on the noodles, which is most important, with a
Yum.
nice little limpet right on top there.
Yeah.
Okay.
good.
And do I get some?
Yes.
Hoo-hoo. Well, we better thank Dawn, my sister, for this lovely
Oh
recipe.
yes, absolutely. This is such a secret recipe that we didn't actually get the recipe till Wednesday, so because
She was so secretive about
last
it.
minute. Okay, family recipe. Now
Huh.
we're gonna put a bit of Parmesan on.
That's right, we are. We're going to put a bit of Parmesan on.
Yum. Yeah. And
My fork?
yeah, I don't forget.
Perfect.
All right then.
Wow. Looks great.
It's gonna be good. Mm.
Is it good? Wait,
Tender.
is it tender? Great.
Tender little limpets. Perfect. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Good.
Now it is important to note that when you eat seafood, if your lips start to tingle, stop eating. It means that it's not good.
It's
Our lips
It's
aren't
okay.
tingling.
good, perfect. Okay. Great.
Great.
Okay, so well, here we are about to sneak up on some limpets.
That's right.
Okay,
Now we've been very, very quiet and they
Mhm.
haven't moved yet.
they haven't moved. Now, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
give it a try.
Ah,
Oh, she's
just
good.
about.
Okay, now let's see. I'm gonna do mine with the clamshell.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
You
Whoops.
got it. Good
There's
girl. I'll put the
Okay.
dish there.
Great.
Now isn't this great that we can do this on Reed Island?
Well, you know, it's just really nice to be able to harvest food where you live. And, you know, it's a small island. It's about 56 people, 65, something like that. And about 10 dogs.
That's right.
Yeah. And how long have you been on the island?
I've been on the island for about 9 years, and before that I was from Quadra. So I
Right.
really haven't
You
gone
grew
far.
up. Yeah.
That's
you grew up
right,
out here.
yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
My sister, who had the limpet recipe,
Yeah.
works on the ambulance, and she basically told me that the island wasn't enough for the both of us.
Oh
So
dear.
it was
you
time
had to
for
get
me
off
to find my
your
own
own
island.
island. Uh-huh.
Our whole family comes from islands. My grandparents are one set's from Redonda Island,
Oh yeah.
and the other my grandmother, Granny, she's
Yeah.
from Cortez Island, and
Oh,
she was born
nice.
there, and as my grandfather was born on Redonda.
Right. Yeah. And so a lot of island hopping going on.
A lot of island hopping, that's
Mhm.
right. When the family gets too big, it's time to find your own island.
Find your own island. Yeah. Well, yeah. I've been here for about 13 years now. 14, something like that.
And what made you move out here, Lise?
Well, I don't know. I think I just always wanted to live on an island. So I found one. I knew I was working with a guy who lived here. And so he said, come on out and look at this place. And so I did. And fell in love with it.
Is that right? Didn't
Yeah.
take you long, did it?
No, not long at all. Yeah.
And that's funny, you know, like even with running the store there, sometimes I get customers who come back repeatedly. In fact, this morning when I was rowing over to the dock, there was this older couple there. And I said to them, I said, you know, you guys keep that up, you're going to be moving to the island. Because they just had that look and
Oh,
they
yeah.
really enjoyed.
They're enjoying it.
They're really enjoying it. That's right.
Well, that's great.
And we need people to move here.
Yeah. Right. Lots of space out here.
Yep.
Yeah. Plenty of limpets.
Plenty of limpets.
Yeah. So, okay, well.
And that's what they look like when they're raw.
Mhm.
Do you want to eat one raw?
Go ahead.
Now my sister would.
I know.
She sucks the brains out of
She's
raw
tough.
prawns.
She's much tougher.
I know.
I know.
I can't do that.
There you go, Dawn. Okay, my clamshell broke.
Oh dear, do you
There
want to
you go.
use the New
Okay.
Age knife?
Thank you.
Okay, then I'll go back to my rock.
Okay.
So as you can see, if you do tap them, they really do adhere
Oh,
and
they
they're really
stick.
hard to get
Yeah.
off.
Well, it's looking like the sun's going down. Maybe we better head in.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
Okay.